I absolutely have no problem with Tim Tebow being a tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have no problem. If Urban Meyer decides to put Tim Tebow at quarterback, guess what? I have no problem. I have no problem there. Okay. The reason behind that is because, well, number one, here's the thing. If Urban Meyer was not the coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars, of course Tim Tebow would not even be back in the NFL. Okay. But I can't knock a man for getting a hookup. Now I do understand the trade-off in Tim Tebow getting a hookup with a job with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That takes away a potential opportunity from someone else who does not have a hookup or that connection. Okay? But here's the thing, man. Like, I know in my life, there's been situations where, okay, I was able to get into a club because guess what? I know someone who works there, or I know the person at the door. Went to high school with that person or something, or, played basketball with that person, or ran track with that person, or something, or whatever, in a fantasy football league with that person. Okay. And there's been times where I went to a concert or event and I find out all the tickets are sold out. But guess what? Somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that I know, they went and bought tickets and at the same time, and they was able to get them. You know why? Because somebody held those tickets for them. Okay. So there's also situations where, hey, somebody may get hired at a job, okay, because of who they know. It's somebody they know, or they probably don't know the person personally, but guess what? They went to the same school, the same university, the same college, went to the same church, okay? They're cousins, they're brothers, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or they a friend of a friend. I mean, it's called a hookup, people. I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. Y'all know nothing about that. That's that Master P back in the day. But anyways, I mean, Tim Tebow is getting a hookup. Now, from my understanding, there's up to like 80 or 90 players on the roster whenever they're doing tryouts. It's quite possible he might not make the team. Because here's the thing. Tim Tebow is still going to have to fulfill his obligation as a tight end on the team. He's going to have to block. He's going to have to catch the ball. All right. I don't know if Tim Tebow can catch. I don't know. All right. I only seen him play quarterback. And he looks like a running back when he starts running. All right. And defenders get out the way. But that was about 5 years ago? Maybe 6 years ago? Okay. So, hey, he might not make the team. But here's another thing you have to factor in also. I'm not sure what the TV ratings are or how much income the Jacksonville Jaguars generate. Okay. I don't know. We've been hearing rumors that the Jacksonville Jaguars may move to London because they seem to now play half their home games in London now. That's what it seems. But here's the thing. If Tim Tebow playing is going to generate ratings, boost ratings for the Jacksonville Jaguars and the NFL, and the thing about it is the more ratings you get, I mean, the more money you're supposed to be able to generate. And guess what? The more money you're able to generate, that means people are going to be able to get paid higher salaries potentially, and you'll be able to hire more people potentially at other positions. Well, then guess what? It's not that bad of a deal to have Tim Tebow there. Tim Tebow, hey, you know what? It's Urban Meyer, and check this out. When you're someone who, all right, I'm not sure if Urban Meyer coached in the NFL before. I'm gonna have to go research that. If you know if he coached in the NFL, please drop it down and tell me what team in the comments below. Once again, I am not immune to being wrong. I have no problem being wrong because I enjoy learning new information. All right, but like I said, I'm pretty sure Urban Meyer trusts Tim Tebow and whatever system or whatever strategies that Urban Meyer wants to promote. Guess what? He can utilize Tim Tebow, and not just Tim Tebow, and other players around him to promote, what's the word I'm looking for? Not strategy, but I don't want to use the word agenda, but the team's identity, okay? Because every team has an identity, all right? You got to have an identity, and that's what it's all about. You're trying to create a certain culture. I mean, that's why the Houston Texans hired Jack Easterby, right? Character person, to help promote a certain culture. Well, Urban Meyer is probably going to use Tim Tebow to help promote his culture, all right? I'm not sure what type of culture it is. Hopefully it's something positive for Jacksonville, all right? Because I want to see them do good. I want to see them excel, okay? Not at the expense of the Texans or the Seahawks, but I want to see them do well. But so Tim Tebow will probably be like a mentor also, coach on the field or something like that. And I can see Tim Tebow being a coach. I always thought he could be a good coach. He gives real good motivational speeches, write good motivational books and stuff like that. So, but hey, man, it's 80 to 90 people on a roster, so it's quite possible that he might not make it, okay? But am I outraged about it? No. I mean, is it fair? Probably not. Probably not. But once again, is it fair when you get a hookup at the car dealership but the other person don't? Is it fair when you get to skip the line and another person don't? Is it fair when you get the hookup on that house where you don't have to make a down payment or you get an extra tax credit because you know somebody in the loop and the other person who's not connected doesn't know? I mean, is it cool that when you go to McDonald's and get breakfast, and guess what, they cut breakfast off at 10:30, but for you they cut it off at 11, and the other people who've been there since 10:30 who now have to order lunch because they can't get hot cakes and sausage, is it okay that they don't get that but you get the hookup? All right. Is it okay? Let me see. You go to the flower shop for Valentine's Day to find something for your spouse, and guess what? This person here got to pay $500. But because you know the owner, you don't work for the owner, you know the owner. You might have worked for the owner in the past, and guess what? Instead of paying $500, you pay $250. Is that fair? All right. Life's not fair. Okay. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if Tim Tebow does not do well, for those of you who do not like this idea, guess what? You are well within your right to go in, all right, and say, hey, I told y'all that was a dumb idea. Now, if Tim Tebow excels, those of you who support Tim Tebow playing and stuff like that, you're well within your right to tell the other people who was against that signing that, hey, you suck. You don't know anything. Bam. Told you Tim Tebow should have been signed. Boom. Drop mic. All right. But for those of you who kind of lies in the middle like I am, I mean, hey, I hope it works out for Jacksonville, for the team, for the city. All right. As an avid sports fan, student of the game, let me tell you something. It's plenty of times where I disagree with my team's decisions. Let me tell you, when the Houston Texans drafted J.J. Watt, I wanted Nick Fairley. Okay. That's who I wanted. That's who I wanted. I wanted him. I didn't know J.J. Watt. And a lot of fans booed. I mean, I didn't boo, but I was like, here they go. They doing it again. The same old Houston Texans type stuff. Now, 10 years later, guess what? Even though he's an Arizona Cardinal, but guess what? J.J. Watt, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. First ballot Hall of Famer for sure. For sure. So, hey, the fans are not always right, but they're not always wrong either. Okay, so you should pay attention and, consider their perspective. Consider their opinion. But it doesn't mean you have to follow it. But teams doesn't always know, the team owners, they don't always know anything. But we'll see with this Tim Tebow situation. I tell you what, comment below and share your thoughts on whether or not if you believe that the Jaguars hiring Tim Tebow is a good thing or is it a bad thing, and explain why. I would love to hear your thoughts. And also, guess what? We are at 57 subscribers as of right now. Woo! At one point in time, when I had 0 subscribers, I was like, man, I don't think nobody's going to listen to me. Why would anybody want to hear me? All right. But the fact that we have 57 subscribers, that's dope. I'm honored. Thank you all. The goal is before the end of May is to get 100. Our goal is to reach 100 subscribers. So let's do that, people. All right. Thank y'all for listening. Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.